Now, on to our next story. We're talking about Stivo Simple Boy. Now, honestly, I am tired about hearing his stories and his fights with management because it's always a fight with the people managing Stivo Simple Boy. And I have to ask the question, why do you need management? As in, it feels like there's always something. The former management team, they had a problem, blah, 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 blah. They left each other. He got into new management, which has only been valid for like
A year.
an year now. And there's problems already. Apparently, people are disgruntled. The new manager has taken over social media accounts and refuses to revert them back to Steve Simple Boy. And I'm just like, what is happening? What is really happening? Now, here's the gist. The social media manager comes out and says that the claims about Stivo Simple Boy being mishandled are false. He comes and tears himself for whatever reason. Steve Simpleboy gets on an interview and talks about how most of the antics that they did, for example, buying the car and him driving the car around, apparently it was just promo for the car yard, for the car company. It wasn't actually his car. Goes on to say that the social media has taken over his accounts again and refuses to get them back. But the social media manager comes back and says, I have actually gotten brand deals for him and everything was going smoothly until his wife got involved. She now wants to manage all of his music affairs, deciding what he should or should not do, what time he leaves the house, when he returns, and it makes it difficult to even film basic company adverts. And honestly, if your wife is coming in between the job, that is a problem. However, Stivo is also a problem because he gets on an interview and says, what have you as management done for me? Because even the chairs I came with from Kibera are the ones I still have now.
Yep.
Even the TV that I have in my house, it is Salasia who bought for me. Even the bed in my house, it is Salasia who got for me. What have you as management done for me, other than try and take advantage of me? Honestly, Stivo is the problem. If you feel like management is always an issue for you because you always have high expectations, you always think that there are things they should do for you and make happen for you, why don't you take over your management? Honestly, there are 24 hours in a day. I think you could do it. And if your wife is so invested, honestly, I think she could do it too. Answer a few emails, shoot brands some emails and tell them wagwan, draw proposals, because what else is there to do? If this is always a fight, anyone who comes in and tries to manage your career always leaves because you have too much expectations. Your family always wants to be involved in everything you do. They think you're making money that you're not actually making. Why don't you do management yourself? When ni jina kubwa. Honestly, if I saw Steve Simple Boy is calling, I would pick up the call. You're a big name. Start making those calls yourself.
I think there's one thing you forget. The stories that Steve Simple can't read and write, he didn't go to school, are very valid. He really, truly cannot read contracts, make contracts, and all of these things. Pick up and write proposals, as you claim. He needs someone else to do it. And I go back to when Akode brought this conversation up last year because of the same issue with the former management. This is the ex-management from last year. Akode said, look, Steve Simple, truly and honestly, you are the problem. You need to get serious. If you really want people to take you seriously and you really want to succeed in this industry, you will always have contracts, not only with yourself, but with brands, with studios, with producers, with all these people. If you can't read or write in basic English, how can you be helped? She told him, please, I will pay for your school. Tell me when and where you want me to take you to school. I will pay for you to go to school to learn how to read and write. The moment you understand how to read and write, all of these issues you keep having with management that are clearly recurring will end. And I promise you they will. Steve Simple didn't do nothing about that. He just went to start doing these antics of wearing, I don't know, what do you call them? Upholstery. Furniture upholstery as outfits and, posing with horses. And you're like, dude, there's so much more you can do, especially now in the day and age of AI. You literally can start a lesson plan and learn how to read and write yourself using free tools. Why aren't you doing that? You know, you would rather just keep relying on one person to another. You went from relying fully on your manager and what was her name? The ex-girlfriend, Pretty Vichy, to now relying on your new management, and now again relying on your new partner. It's like you need to learn how to do these things for yourself. It's basic literature. Like you literally have to be able to read, write, understand what these contracts are telling you before you get involved. Later on is when you're like, oh yeah, but they said they're gonna pay me 50,000. Yes, they probably were gonna pay you 50,000, but between paying your managers and paying your management company, between taxes and between the cost of production for you to do this whatever job it is, how much money is left behind? You know what I mean? Like people fail to. Stivo, simple way, please go to school. That's all we can say. Please go to school, learn how to read and write. As Akode said, I echo Akode. Go understand what it means to when you read and sign a contract. You need to be able to understand those basic things. If you can't, get AI. Go on YouTube. There's so many ways you can learn nowadays. Otherwise, at the end of the day, it's really now getting to look like it's your fault because you're not doing what you need to do.